I'm not going to sugarcoat this by telling you can flatten your stomach with a few crunches every day and burn away that stubborn lower belly fat. Because in reality, crunches aren't going to do anything for you, and they're probably the reason you can't lose that lower belly fat in the first place. Crunches shorten your abs, they pull your chest down, your ribs in, and your neck forward. And to compensate, your pelvis then comes forward, and you're stuck with this very common look most people have, which aesthetically is a terrible thing. And most people who do crunches don't know that they're training less than half of the range of motion, because a crunch will only go 30 degrees, but your spine extends 35 to 70 degrees. That's why it's so important to train your core correctly through lengthening and stabilizing exercises, which actually strengthen your deep core, instead of exercises that just isolate your abs. And of course, nutrition matters, because if your gut is inflamed, no ab workout will magically flatten your stomach. If your diet isn't supporting your body, no workout in the world will fix what's going on the inside. Diet is everything paired with functional training, the way our bodies were designed to move. Your core has a muscle called the TVA, which is your natural corset. It's literally what gives you that hourglass figure and keeps you tight. Your TVA is the foundation to your body, your organs, and your spine. And when it's weak, your organs droop, even if you're lean. You might feel constantly bloated and have lower back pain, neck and shoulder pain, and even digestive problems because your spine doesn't feel supported. All because you're not training your core correctly. So what we want to do is strengthen that TVA, which will flatten your stomach and fix that lower belly fat only if you have a weak core, not a diet problem. First, we'll do the string test. This test is to see how activated your TVA really is. Tie a string around your waist with the knot around your belly button, so when you relax your stomach, it will push against the string. You want to be able to put your hand in the string so it's a little bit loose around your waist. What we do in this exercise is grab an object that's not too heavy and not too light in front of you and pick it up. If you feel the string around your waist tightening, your TVA is most likely not activating. What you want to feel is the string loosen as you bend forward, because when you bend forward naturally, your TVA will turn on to stabilize your spine as you bend to lift the weight. So if your string stays loose during the movement, that's your sign your TVA is active and doing its job. Again, if your stomach tightens, bulges, or pushes out, your core needs retraining and your TVA is not active. So from here, to activate your core, we will do the stomach vacuum. The stomach vacuum is one of the most powerful exercises for tightening your waist because it teaches your body how to breathe properly. It trains you to fully exhale and inhale by reconnecting your breath to your deep core. But if your breathing is shallow or stuck in your chest, you'll miss the entire point of this exercise and actually make things worse. So for this vacuum, we will go very slow and start in a tabletop position. And from here, we will focus only on our breathing. Take a deep breath in, let your stomach extend out as you breathe in as much air as you can. Don't worry about how you look, let your stomach extend out naturally. Now with your tongue on the roof of your mouth, perch your lips while you breathe out very slowly until you release all of that air. Breathing out this way activates the core. This is what your breathing should sound like when you do these. Draw your belly button toward your spine. Do not flex your abs or suck in your stomach. Draw your belly button in naturally as you breathe out all of that air. You want to hold this top position for as long as you can until you need to take another breath in, and you should feel a tight squeeze in your lower stomach and abs. Remember, your breathing should always be in your diaphragm, not your chest. One more time, take a deep breath in and let your stomach expand. Now breathe out slowly through your lips, keeping your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and draw your belly button towards your spine until there's no more air left, and hold this for as long as you can until you need another breath in. Do these for 10 reps of 3 sets. Now, if you're doing any ab workout and your lower back is off the floor even once, you're not training your deep core, and it makes any movement you're doing worthless. Because now your TVA isn't controlling the movement and your lower back takes the tension, which only leaves you with a sore back. So from here, we're gonna activate it correctly. Lay on your back with your knees fully bent and place one hand under your lower back. Tilt your pelvis down so your back touches the floor against your fingers. Now your deep core is engaged. Hold this position for 10 seconds, repeating it 10 times. And only until you're ready, now that you know how to properly activate your TVA, we will now see your range of motion. Lift one leg at a time off the floor while keeping that lower back on the floor. If that's too easy, bring both legs up off the floor and see how far they can extend out without your lower back coming off. If at any point your back springs up during the movement, you're out of your range, so go back to the range where you can keep that pelvic tilt. The advanced progression will be going all the way out here with your lower back on the floor. Again, once you find your range, make sure to always do your reps in that range of motion, because the whole point is to keep your lower back on the floor to truly train your TVA. Do these for 3 sets of 10 reps in your range. One thing a lot of people miss with their ab workouts is stabilization, because your stabilizers keep your spine steady while the rest of your body moves. If your stabilizers are weak, everything else has to compensate, and that's when pain shows up. Superman variations or the horse stack is how we test your stabilizers. Start in a tabletop position, then extend one arm forward and the opposite leg back. If you start rocking, shaking, or losing balance, that's your sign you need to train your deep stabilizers. So start with baby steps. You don't have to fully extend out just yet, only to where you can hold for 10 to 20 seconds on both sides. And don't worry if you're wobbling, because that's a good sign that your stabilizers are being worked. You can also use rings to hold onto to give you that extra support, and over time you'll get better at this and be able to fully extend out and hold with control. Now we'll bring in a Swiss ball. This plank variation is perfect for training your stabilizers because your entire body has to fight to stay still on that unstable surface. You can also do the same thing on rings. My ones are linked down below. The instability forces your core and shoulders to stay engaged just to keep you balanced and in control. Start with 10 to 30 seconds. It's not about how long you can hold, it's about how well you can stay controlled, stable, and breathe through the tension. Now to our final exercise, the Swiss ball crunch. This crunch is completely different to a regular floor crunch because here you're getting that full extension of the spine. These crunches will finish our core workout by engaging the rest of our core and allows us to have that full range of motion. Have your hands behind your ears or in front of you and lie over the ball so your back is comfortable with your head touching the ball. Crunch up as far as you can and squeeze your abs on your way up. Do these for 10 reps of 2 sets. You will feel the difference with these crunches, especially since we did all those previous exercises to properly activate our TVA and lower abs. And always remember to focus on your breathing. Your core is not just there to be looked at, it's the pumping mechanism that feeds your organs and pumps blood every time you're walking, running, or jumping. So we want to keep that abdominal wall flexible. And if it's not flexible, it will completely disrupt your breathing mechanism, your body, and your life. The more you train your deep core, the better you function. And the better you function, the better you feel.